Okay, we should be live. At least in some sense of the word. I'm only partially live because I'm still consuming my morning coffee. So, I'm gonna have to deal with that. I actually have coffee now. I'm so happy. I know. But today we get to travel to a tree. And hopefully we'll actually have a little bit of a longer stream today. I don't know if I'm gonna get tired like halfway through. Can't tell the future. But I should have enough energy to keep going. Because I've been trying to shift my sleep schedule back to something normal because it drifts off every few days, few weeks, give or take. And then I have to readjust. That and I have been staring at freaking home brewery pretty much non-stop for the past week. And that throws my schedule off because staring at text, I lose track of time. Which is fine, it's not the worst thing ever, but at the same time, getting my sleep schedule thrown off because I'm busy typing out countless spells and modifiers is a bit of a pain in the ass. I need to work on that. I need to like set timers and stuff to make life a little bit more odd, but it doesn't help that my natural sleep cycle is something like 26 to 28 hours rather than the actual normal person 24 to 25. It's all over the place. Oh no, he gonna Blizzara me. It's probably going to hurt. I should probably get myself a little bit of a heal going next. Because we might die. That'd be actually kind of crappy if we did, but I think as long as we don't do something stupid, we should be okay. Which, that counts as something stupid. I need probably Ico to get a white magic off. Just drop a Cura on us. You are pretty well off whenever it comes to MP. Oh god, nope. This could kill somebody if... Okay, it's not. I was gonna say, it could kill somebody if it hit Vivi or Ico. There's a slim chance, like if it was a crit or something. It would be bad. Now, we are going to take one of the friendly monsters here. I do have the guide open. It has like a big thing that says, hey, guess what? There's going to be a need for getting this friendly creature because it gets us an emerald. Although I think we already have one emerald, I would not mind a second. We will take friendly creatures for equipables. I'm just not going to go out of my way for them for kind of, I guess I would call it junk. Like elixirs. While elixirs are in the too good to use the club, they are still junk. Because I just don't use them. They're healing items. But hopefully everyone's having a decent enough Saturday. Sorry for yesterday's video being unavailable. Turns out I forgot to stop it streaming after I raided out. I have set up a script to prevent that in the future. But... And there's nothing on it. It's just a bunch of, like, you hear old man grunts as I get up. And you hear a Skeletor thing the Skeletor thing is the main reason why I decided to make it unlisted, pretty much, on the platforms. It's simply because I don't want to get a copyright strike for that. Oh, and we get it right away. Sweet. Okay, they just want 3 ore. We have plenty of ore. Oh no, it's questions. Different screen. Pop quiz question number 3. Chocobo Forest is located between Limblum and Southgate. Oh, this is the last one from disc 1. That's going to be a true, so it's going to be a circle. Attack. A true. You are correct! Yay. Hey, extra money. I mean, you got 100% correct. You're an expert! Kinda wish you'd ask me more than one at a time, Mr. Clown Man. Was not expecting that. I was expecting this to be the friendly character that wants some ore. I'm gonna go ahead and close that. We do want the 1,000 needles, but I don't know when we're going to be able to get to the 1,000 needles. Okay, let's try and actually get what we were looking for. This should be a nymph-friendly creature here. I do kind of wish I could see further into the horizon, but I don't think I can unless I get away from the mountain. The tree's just right there. It's not far away. And we'll have to fight through a few enemies in here before we get the nymph. It's not a big problem. I don't even remember what enemies... Oh, it's just you guys. Ew. Beetlebubs. Ow. I think Vivi is the only... Actually, no. How much MP is a ether? Is it 150 or 120? Gonna smack the crap out of these. Sorry, I had to check something. That's why I got quiet for a second. I was like, I'm gonna go look at something, make sure that what I think is happening is not. And it wasn't, thankfully. I had a strange encounter while I was testing some scripts yesterday that I was not expecting. Not bothered by it, just confused. You ever have one of those? Let's see. What else do we have in store? Good luck on playthrough. Thank you. How you doing, music? Your name makes me think you are one of those, you run one of those, I'm trying to remember what they're called. Lo-fi channels. I know someone who listens to those, but they're usually on the Twitch side. As far as, like, where I usually interact with them. But hopefully you are doing all right today. For the most part, we should be fine just like whacking things in here and occasionally healing. I don't want to burn up all my resources on the trash here, because that means we're going to have to do a freaking tent and stuff like that. I don't mind it, but we tried 2 years ago, gave after one video, and haven't changed the name since. Ah. That's understandable. I have a couple channels that I've done that with. I am unfortunate, well, not giving up after one video, but giving up after a while and been like, this is not returning the joy I anticipated it would. Pretty much my namesake channel and this one are the only gaming ones I still do. As far as video games. I am working on a script to launch the TTRPG I'm working on, but I need to finish the PDF for it first. The alpha PDF. Excuse me. That came from nowhere. Note to self. Pizza not as agreeing with me as it used to be. Also just getting old, but yeah. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, I had pizza yesterday after stream. Hey, I think we got the fairy nymph thingy. That or we got another question. Who is it? Hey, it's a nymph. That's the one we were looking for. We wanted the emerald from them. Hello, how you do? I wish I had some ore. Well, we've got some ore for you. We got some ethers, too, so we could do ether ore. Yeah, we got 66 of them. There you go. I think they want 3. Yeah, they want 3. And we will throw another one. I find it interesting that they say they're friendly. They come across as more baggy. Never played Final Fantasy IX. What's the standout for this game compared to the rest of the Final Fantasy series? This game, as far as the series goes, sits a bit more in the realm of it was appealing to the old school players. So there is a lot of nods back to the Super Nintendo Final Fantasies. It's a lot more eccentric and there's some esoteric natures of it. But the standout thing for me, as far as why I personally really enjoy it, one, the story is really good with characters like Vivi being some of my favorite in the entire franchise. It also has a really interesting way of learning skills. Only command that I have added right now is lurk. Because someone kept trying to use it. How's it going, Darker? I have not been working on the bot much lately. I really should be. I lost all the commands whenever... Well, I didn't lose all of them. I lost most of them and the backup files for them whenever the hard drive crash happened. But yeah, the main standout for me as far as mechanics go is going to simply be the skill learning system. It kind of allows you... What you equip determines what you're going to have as far as skills you're learning. And once you learn it, you keep it forever. But you have to keep that piece of equipment equipped to do it. It's kind of... It nods back to the Esper system in Final Fantasy VI, where you learn spells through that, except it's much more personalized to each character. Currently, I have gotten most of the skills. I need Sapphire on you now. But I've gotten most of the skills unlocked just because we've been taking every fight we can. But overall, as far as the PlayStation 1 Final Fantasies, I think it's probably... Oh, it's a toss-up. 7 and 9 both have really solid stories. Tactics is still my favorite of the PlayStation ones, but I would say that I generally do prefer 9's story over 7's in most aspects. There's a few aspects where I prefer 7. 7 does have the more logical of the two stories. Like, this one's logical up until X point, and then it just goes off the rails. Whereas 7 is a lot more, yes, the story is extreme scopes and can get a little bit wobbly at times, but it's, you're going point A, B, C, and D. This one does a little bit of an out of left field effect towards the end. Which, yes, that's a spoiler, but it's not good. Oh, we can learn Phoenix. Yes, I forgot that was an equipable. I think it's only an equipable for her, too. Yeah, no one else can equip the Phoenix Pinion. Completely forgot about that. You've learned Cure. Next one, I think we want to go ahead and keep going on the route of getting status protections first. Actually, do we have... Yeah, we have spares. Insomniac down, Panacea is done. I think we go for the Multina. Just so she has a reasonable attack. That's all we really care about with that. I'm gonna scratch my back real quick. Word of advice. If you're going to be streaming or sitting at a computer a long time, invest in a back scratcher. I don't know why, but for some reason, if I'm sitting looking at a screen, my back itches more than any other time in my life. Like, I can be out working and it's like, nah, we're fine. As soon as I start streaming, it's just blah, blah, blah. Oh, goodness gracious. Let's go ahead and refresh that. Just double checking something. There we go. So we've gotten the nymph. We could still do some more questions out of the way, but doesn't seem like there's anything else for us here. So it's time to do probably one of the most iconic segments of Final Fantasy IX, the Lifa tree, which is this big thing right here. Obviously, we haven't explored the 2 western continents. That eventually becomes a thing. But right now, before we've gotten our obligatory freaking airship that Final Fantasy has, this is going to be fairly iconic, and I love the aesthetic of it. The ancient tree of life. There's mist here, so this place really must be the source. Why doesn't it spread all over the continent? Why does it only go to our home one? For a first-time player, if you're not using a guide, probably 50-ish, maybe 60 hours for this one. You will get distracted by side stuff. I mean, main story, if you wanted to just hard push main story, probably knock through it in 40-something, but I get distracted a lot. I do side stuff. I try and get other encounters and farm stuff. But yeah, 50 to 60 would be a reasonable time for a first-time player. I don't know how long to beat says, but usually for games before, I would say probably before 2010, how long to beat is kind of skewed because you'll have a lot of people who are doing their 3rd, 4th, 10th playthrough on a game, contributing to the times. And yeah, you don't need a guide for this to beat it. The guide will tell you like the secrets, because this was, and really they still do it in a lot of Final Fantasies. It shouldn't hurt you, but are you all right? Yeah. But as far as the Final Fantasies of this era, there's still going to be a few secret-y things that you could possibly get, but you're not going to get on your first playthrough. There are whispers of a Final Fantasy IX remake, so you might want to see if that eventuates, especially if it comes out for Switch 2. If it, well, I would wager they are working on a Final Fantasy IX remake. I don't know if it's going to be the extent of what they're doing with Final Fantasy VII. I highly doubt it. But there is still a huge community around Final Fantasy 9, 10, and there's a few other smaller communities, but 9 and 10 in particular have a fairly decent-sized community around them, so I would not be surprised if we see both of those getting a little bit of love, kind of on the nostalgia train, just because of that. Like right now, I can tell you exactly how many people. Currently, there are 100 and some odd viewers on Twitch alone, and it's just like casual streams covering it, of Final Fantasy IX, which is extremely high for an old game. There's new games that don't have that. So it's definitely something that they look at whenever they're considering whether it's to do a remake or not. Would it sell extremely well? Probably sell good enough. It would sell enough to justify something like a Pixel remaster level investment. I can pretty much guarantee that. I don't know if it would return enough for like the Final Fantasy VII remaster, because that one is, despite being, in my opinion, not the greatest Final Fantasy overall, it doesn't really have anything super innovative. It was just the anchor and just overall good. It's one of those that has more of a strong following. In fact, I'm slightly curious. How many people are watching Final Fantasy VII right now? It's probably split between so many versions. It's gotta be, let's see, there you've got the Final Fantasy VII PC, you have Final Fantasy VII PlayStation, you have Final Fantasy VII. Did they ever come out with a mobile one? You have the PC re-release on Steam that happened. I don't know if it's still around even. Final Fantasy VIII had one. Then you have... I don't remember what else. Final Fantasy, and then, of course, you have the reimagined and stuff like that. Let's go ahead and go with Ask Aiko. Did you say they use the power of the Eidolon to seal this place? I'm going to ask the Eidolon to come back. Oh. Boom, boom, boom. You missed the tinkle scene, by the way. That's going to be Carbuncle. I happen to just, for a fact, know that. The spell is actually longer, but the Eidolon asked me to hurry it up. She is a character. You have to remember, she's like 6, though. Have a good one, music. Yeah, if you're looking for one of the better Final Fantasies, 9 is on the list. I'm not sure what I would rank as the best. If you like more action-y stuff, 12 is a really solid entry. If you like more turn-based stuff, this, 10, and I would say this and 10 are probably the most accessible for turn-based Final Fantasies. Older Final Fantasies I may prefer, but they aren't as accessible, just from a gameplay standpoint. Let us see. My brain just completely farted because I saw a message and I was like, oh, wait. Oh, no, wrong person. There we go. Okay, so we've got to go up there. And it won't actually let us pick the flowers. Oh, yeah, I remember this. I need to change my setups. So we're going to go ahead and equip Undead Killer, of course. And let's see. What else do we have as far as enemies here go? We got a bunch of undead. Do we have Plant Killer? I don't remember whether these guys are plants or what they are considered. They are considered aerial. I don't remember what my counter to that is. I don't think I have one. Undead's a good portion of them here, yes. We need definitely to get Jelly. And we definitely need Bright Eyes. I don't think we need Insomniac. Alert's handy. Fleagill is we don't run away. Let's see. Bright Eyes, yeah. I think those 3 are the 3 antis we want. That does leave us with a little bit of stuff. I wouldn't mind getting Auto Reflect, but I don't think we necessarily need it. I'm gonna go ahead and grab Steel Gill. And I think that is everything we absolutely need. So I'm going to go ahead and just get auto potions. I'm waiting on level up until a little bit later. But how's it going, Tara? And hey, Daladon, how's it going? Can't wait for the boss of this place and the wonderfully bad semantics. Okay, so we're going to need to... Let's see. You have... Yeah, Bright Eyes and Jelly. We don't get anti-silence on you, unfortunately. Just like we don't get a lot of these other things on you. I think that... Yeah, that nullifies Reflect. You love Final Fantasy username reference? Ah. For some reason, every single time I see Terra, my brain goes Final Fantasy VI. Sadly. I tied for Garnet. We could if we wanted to go into that. I'm mostly just going with... Yeah, I'm mostly just leaning into basic stuff like Auto Potion and things like that. But yeah, High Tide is probably the better of the bunch. Because we don't need Antibody, we don't need Insomniac. I like Add Status. Loudmouth. Jelly. I'm gonna go ahead and grab Auto Potion on him as well. We have plenty of basic Bloody Potions. She has 2 of them. I'm just gonna grab MP plus 10% on you. Mog's summon attack. Do you produce X? It's not produced. It's a byproduct of the refining process. What? I'm afraid to ask what that's from. Oh. It's from this, isn't it? Yeah, MP plus is nice. I always forget who gets what skills, especially whenever it comes to the white mages. Soul Cage, yeah. Like I have said it before, there's a lot of things that I have forgotten about this game because it has been over a decade, if I remember correctly, since I played it last. First part is literally the dialogue between the boss and Zidane. Ah. For me, today is going to mostly just be a peaceful day in a tree, right? Right? And yeah, we're working on Phoenix right now. We are going to eventually do Carbuncle, but Phoenix. Oh yeah, he has Auto Potion equipped. That's fine. I like that she flies to dodge. They are classic zombies, yes. As in, unique in their design and a classic design that I absolutely love. It's better than just... I'm trying to remember the other game that we played that had some zombies in it. It's just... It wasn't Kadelka. Kadelka zombies are batshit weird. They're almost Atlas weird. Is this peak party? Oh, we have an ad break going on. Oops. I will hold off on story beats until that's over with. But yeah, as far as peak party, I would say probably... Oh yeah, we got that right on the transition between screens. I would say probably... this or maybe quinoa instead of... Oh, it's a toss-up between Ico and Garnet. I don't like going super heavy caster in this, simply because I do like to be able to just punch my way through groups of enemies, save MP, and that slows it down a little bit. But, yes, I like this party. Steiner's okay. Oh, wait. You are a what? White magic better than summon? Okay, I forget what you are called. I think you are the Stroper. You are. So we want to actually drop, I believe it's soft on them. I feel attacked by that death message. I'm squishy and soft. Yeah, it's that and using Phoenix Down and Undead are two of my favorite tropes of the Final Fantasy series. How could this happen to me? I became the blob. Oh, they should be a blobfish meme. you're wondering, blobfish actually look semi-normal at their normal depths. It's just whenever you bring them up, they look like old blobby cartoon men. If I remember correctly, there's a game with gargoyles that do the same thing as this, by the way. Do I need to start speedrunning these as well? Is just doing them for retro reviews? Did I manage to steal the fairy flute? No, we gave it, I think it was like 20-something minutes of trying. At least that's what it felt like. I would have to go back and look at the footage to tell you like how long it was. It felt like 20 minutes. We tried for a while. We ran through 2 full mana pools and gave up. I just remember we went through 2 full mana pools, which would be about 20 minutes. Hi, how you doing? A letter from Magrio? Thanks! Do I need to read this, like, Dora the Explorer level stuff? Can you spot? Yeah, we can buy it eventually. A kid named Vivi came to the Black Mage Village. His eyes were so sad, like he had the weight of the world on his shoulders, Kupo. But I wanted to say good luck to him, but I couldn't, Kupo. I'm on your side, Vivi. They knew Vivi would be a fan favorite. Who is your favorite character in this game, by the way? I know a few people really like, I know someone who likes Steiner. I know someone who likes Freya. I am Team Vivi. Same. Vivi. Vivi is probably... I'm trying to think of any Final Fantasy character that's higher on my list of like, I love this character. And it's really, I'm really hard pressed to pick one that beats him. Because if we go Final Fantasy 1, there were no iconic ones there. I mean, other than the comic book that was teaming, and Team Ruby from Little Darker. Is it just because the southern accent that I give them? No, I'm kidding. There's people who like that. As far as teams go, Final Fantasy 1 doesn't have iconic characters. Final Fantasy 2, Final Fantasy 3, Onion Kids, Final Fantasy 4, you have... I mean, Rydia's kind of cool. Then you have the twins, which are kind of cool. Final Fantasy 5. None of the characters really seem iconic to me in Final Fantasy 5. They're fun, but they're not iconic. Kain is probably one of people's favorites, just because he has the story arc. He has probably the more complex story arc of any character in that game. Final Fantasy 6. But yeah, Final Fantasy 6, I like the characters, but they wouldn't work on their own. They're not like, one doesn't stand out head and shoulders above the others. They're all just really good. They're all the 8 out of 10 kind of character for me. I think if I had to choose one, it would be just the frankly evil little, I'm forgetting her name. The granddaughter. I have just blanked on her name entirely. Rydia. Not Rydia. Rydia is... No. Not Rydia. It is... Realm. There we go. R stuck in my head. But just for the fact that she basically paints people and enslaves their mind, it's always kind of cool to me. 7. You got Red kind of standing out as unique. Then you have like the anti-favorite that is Kate Sith. Usually Kate Sith enjoyers like the aesthetic of it though. Shadow's cool, yeah. Although he goes lower on my list because you have to sit there and wait for him on the floating island. Ouch, just whacked that. 8 does not have any really iconic characters. Tifa, you mean boobs?
that like half the people. Sorry for the bad joke there, but the amount of people that fetishize Tifa for the boobs kind of ruins it for me. I did like Aerith. I was one of those people that was wishing there actually was a... Yeah, eight's most iconic character is Adia. Yeah. But you have the same with Lulu and X. Lulu is belts. I used Lulu on a freaking Diablo 2 thumbnail for a reason. Her character design is cool, but very impractical. Have you ever tried to walk with 7 belts, much less 700? Belts in a bad overdrive. Ouch! Shots across the bow, but yeah, hers isn't the best. I can't really speak beyond 12. 12 doesn't have a character that really stands out to me either. There's going to be people who love Bunny Girl and people who love Balthier. I can never remember how to pronounce his name. Balthier is just how it's sticking in my head. Because I would walk 500 belts and I would walk 500 more. I don't hate the ones after 12. I have played a little bit of them. I haven't beaten them. 13, I have them and I will be playing through them eventually. The Master of Sass. You have to admit, Final Fantasy 12 is just Star Wars. 7 Remake. I have the first one. I don't have the second one. I'm waiting for all of them to just come to PC so I can play them back to back. Of course, the camera in the first one makes me a little bit sick after a while, so I have to be a little bit cautious of that. 15 was, I cannot get more than a couple hours into this without just hating myself. I liked 12. It's just like halfway through it, I got completely fatigued on side quests and just pushed through to the end, underleveled. 16's demo was okay, but it ran like ass on my system. Which, yes, I don't have the newest of systems, but you shouldn't be making games that require a frickin' 4090 to run at anything over 30 FPS. You stopped at 14? I had someone trying to convince me to get into 11 back when that first launched. Which I kind of wish I would have, but MMO. But 16 I've heard is very linear. 14 has become let's revisit a lot of the cool stuff we did. Whenever it first came out, it was bad. You stopped at 13 and hated it. Lightning. But yeah, there's others that I want to do, and I will even do the ones I don't particularly like. I will eventually do Final Fantasy Tactics Advance and see if the law system is egregious as I remember it being. Yeah, a lot of MMOs are just nostalgia baits. But another thing that I want to do is revisit some of the remakes of other games I enjoyed back in the day. I have Star Ocean 2's remake on the list. We will probably be playing it. I wonder if I could play it literally alongside itself, but that would take way too much time streaming. What's my favorite Final Fantasy? This is going to be a pure... If we're talking just the numbered ones. Just the numbered ones. We're not going to get into like the spin-offs and side quests and all that other stuff. And the stuff that's not actually Final Fantasy. It's actually freaking Saga series in Final Fantasy naming. There's all kinds of things. 18 months of 11. Very little fantasy for the money. I just liked the character models. But favorite Final Fantasy out of the numbered ones. I'm gonna have to say 6. But I know it's not the best Final Fantasy. It's just my favorite for nostalgia reasons. It's one that I could replay every year and be fine with. Warcraft Siege of Stratholme inside Caverns of Time. Spent about 30 hours of your life in there doing achievements. Jeez. 6 is easily one of... Let's go ahead and just drop down here. I do have a guide open. I'm trying not to follow it verbatim. I'm just looking to see if I'm going to miss items. I'm not too concerned about whenever it says, oh, it's a Phoenix Down or a high potion or stuff like that. That is just whatever. I'm more interested in getting equipment. We got shrooms. 6, 7, 9, and 10 are good calls all in their own way. 10 is a pleasant playthrough for me. I don't do all the side stuff in it. I just like it. It's one of those games that I can go to. I know I'm going to have fun with it. Even if I don't beat it on my playthrough, I know I will have enjoyed it. Your walkthrough of 9 from about 20 years ago is still on the Final Fantasy Wiki. Cool. Hold up. Oh, it's mine. I'm not looking at the wiki. I'm looking at a guide site, but I might have to look at that. Use a viewer guide instead. Can't discount any of those terms of enjoyment. Yeah. It's... As 6 is nostalgia. It is the one that I find my own kind of joy in it. 4 feels too slow for me, and I played it back when it released. But it was Final Fantasy 2 here when it released. But it's one of those that it just felt slow to me. The story was fine. Losing the characters felt contrived, but 6 really captured the spirit of like the ensemble cast. It's like playing X and being really annoyed with your party being annoying, and then when you get some sweet from Auron, Mika, or Seymour, the whole world feels enjoyable again. You love the entire plot of 4 is mind-controlled or amnesia, or fake deaths. There's a lot of fan theories about 4, 8... 4 and 8 especially get a lot of fan theories. 7 gets a lot just because of how popular it is. Let's go ahead and just beat these guys up. But yeah, the dead squall theory in 8 is a thing. You have all kinds of trippy ideas. These guys are gonna hurt a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and do... I think these guys are weak versus fire. We're gonna go ahead and find out. Trying to remember if there's any weird fan theories about 6, but there's none that are coming to mind. Bonk. We don't have to worry about too much. We have auto potions. I don't want to waste all my mana on that. But yeah, I have a lot of nostalgia for the older series. I even have nostalgia for the first game. Gonna grab a mouse so you can dynamic lighting this. Ooh. Oh, yeah, you have a one-shot coming up today. I forgot you have that. That would explain why I see a pip next to that. Oh, it's a campaign? Ah. I need to get in the habit of using dynamic lighting. For me, I go the black squares route, where I just make black squares to block off specific areas. It's dumb, but it's how I am used to doing it. It's my cardboard cutouts. If I remember correctly, this works. They can't decide where to go, so you have to overcommit on the planning. I've had that happen a few times. I've also had the thing where it's like, let's stay at home because we don't want to go anywhere. It's like, come on. There is only so much content I can make for a, what, 200 by 200 foot area that you've walled off. I will attack you where you live kind of situation in that game. In TTRPGs, like if you want to just, well, we'll just wait. I'm going to make it so you can't wait. Oh shit. This is roulette. Bitch. I hate you guys. Just gonna freaking glare at the screen right now. I forget if life works on those. I don't think it does. I think you have to use items. Okay, we're doing okay on mana still, though. Looks old. I wonder who built it. Aren't you guys scared of heights? Poor Vivi. He has to come with us. Do you know anything about... Yeah, there's a giant hole in the ground. Let us see. I'll be fine. Going down. Reminds me a lot of like Geiger with all the veins going around. We're all going, so if the party dies down at the bottom, like it's some kind of awful trap, no one will know. I always forget that Aiko has wings, by the way. Until we get, like, the weird side shot. Hello, darkness, my old friend. The lights flickering like that, though, give me flashbacks to Final Fantasy VIII. And the, Bahamut. Bahamut! Bahamut! Blah, blah, blahs. Thing. Okay. Get soft, bitch. We have a lot of Phoenix Downs as well. I might use those. We're currently sitting at 55 of them. We don't have to do any proper healing anyway. Yeah, mostly... What can you steal from Soul Cage? I can look. Soul Cage has... The main things that I'll be going for on Soul Cage are the Magician's Cloak and the Brigandine. We already have an Oak Staff. But yeah, the Brigandine is fine. Darkness, Sleep, and Slow are its weaknesses, so we can put it to sleep. That's perfectly fine. We have that option. That's actually one reason why I do keep just a guide open over there. For the most part, I don't need it. It's just I will reference it to see if I'm missing a permanently missable item or not. Although the guide that I'm using is not really consistent on how it labels those. It'll label non-permanently missable items as red, which is what it usually uses for missable items. You once died to Soul Cage and Phoenix brought you back. Cool. What the? Hi, Dracolich. Sorry, Draco's zombie. It's Dracolich, we know. I could have sworn that kills it. I know you're undead. The Odin soul item is the one kind in Ibsen's castle and you always miss it. Ah. I miss all kinds of stuff, sadly. Oh, well, that worked too. Didn't even have to use MP for it. I should probably double check if we need to be swapping out items again, because we've gotten a few skills. I need to be a little better about it. That's one thing that I am terrible about in this game, is remembering to swap. Ritual hat. We don't have anything else we can get. Already have all those. Power belt. Could go high tide. That's pretty much the only thing that's left for you to gather. I'm gonna see if he's done with black belt. He is. Could go high tide on Vivi as well with a sapphire. In fact, I think that's probably better so he can get black belt. She doesn't have any more on that. I think out of these, the magician shoes. For some reason, and I know this is going to sound really, really weird, my brain with this music is going weakest link. I know that's dumb. But, oof. Every single time it does that kind of ripple down in the audio, my brain goes, and you are the weakest link, and just goes for it. Okay, so he's getting high tide. I don't think there's anything else I really need to... Yeah, there's nothing left for him to get. You almost have Phoenix. You have no more wrist things to get. You have no more head things to get. So yeah, I think she's the one we need to watch out for. It's the suspense music. Life a tree is meant to be the sacred and full of life, but everything's mechanical and undead. Yup. Let's see. Does it take this? Oh, second offshoot. For some reason, I thought there was something up there that we could get. That's what it is. Yeah, I saw it up there. I was like, wait a minute. That's another reason to use guide stuff. Whenever you see a treasure chest that you don't know how to get, just look at the guide. Obviously, back in the day, I probably would not have had access to a guide, but I take that back. Never mind. I would have. 8 and 9 are two that I got the Prima guides for back in the day. Let's see. Oh, look for a small offshoot to the west near the edge of the screen on the upper loop. Okay, I will do that. soft. I need to heal Aiko, I just realized. I'm pretty sure this is not the only enemy we can do that soft thing to. I seem to remember that being a thing in another part as well. And we learned Jelly. We can swap off the armor. Getting new characters caught up is probably the more frustrating part of this game. I think that's the only thing they didn't balance very well. Do we go the survival vest or the magician robe? I think we go magician robe so we can get auto potion, which just is handy here. I think we all actually have auto potion. You do. You do. Yeah, we all have auto potion on us now. Cute. And after Phoenix, we'll start doing some of the accessory items. There it is. That should get us another item up here we can kind of grab. In soften stone enemies in Olivert. Ah. Healing rod. I think that is only Garnet. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it is. So we'll grab that and start learning Healer. If I remember correctly, that boosts our healing magic. No, just restores target's HP. Hold up. I'm not sure exactly how that one works. Swap off High Tide and equip it. I forget the mechanic of that. There are two things that I have never done in Final Fantasy IX. That is completing everybody's skill lists. And the Stelazio. Well, we'll probably do Stelazio. I still don't know if we're going to do all the skill lists. I haven't done the Friendly Monsters one before, but I don't see it as being particularly worthwhile. Bite me, game. Zombie! Oh, great. Oh, shit. Fight me, game. Yeah, Stelazio is just a matter of knowing where they are. Sorry, I'm clicking it too close to the microphone. I had it sitting on my belly. That's not good. I forget what levels. Oh, yep. Bye-bye, Garnet. And you don't. Oh, you do have life. Come back, Garnet. You always forget Leo. Yeah. I cannot say I am a fan of the look of Zidane's weapon right now. Yes, it's the strongest weapon, but it does not fit his aesthetic. Most of his weapons are like sweeping, fast-looking weapons, but... This one just, it looks way more rigid. It looks Steinery. And I don't mean Steinery as in Steiner Scout Lance. I mean Steinery as in Steiner from this game. You prefer him with daggers? Yeah, Exploda. I used Exploda at the beginning of the stream, but yeah, Runetooth just doesn't look like his. Gladius looks okay. Most of them look fine. It's just, this one just doesn't fit him. Down we go. Ultimate weapon is sweet. Item. Let's go ahead and do attack. White magic Cura, because we don't like Draco Zombie. I'm going to use magic on him. Why? Because I can. Have I ever gotten Excalibur 2? No. I know how to get it. It requires rushing through the damn game, and that is not my cup of tea. Generally speaking, I am way too easily distracted to do that unless I am specifically trying to speedrun a game. And yes, I have speedrun games before. Not RPGs, but I have speedrun games before. Remember correctly. And we just keep going down to the left. But yeah, I wager it's really hard on the PS1 version. There are ways to kind of wiggle around it on, I believe it's the PC version. But let's go ahead and soft you. Because you can accelerate the game without accelerating the in-game timer. But in this one, it's like you have to just skip through cutscenes and rush through enemies. You have to not optimize unless you already know exactly what you're going with, which would be speedrunning. I'm not a fan of the process to get it. We do get a new flute here. Because we got Garnet's upgrade, and then we'll get a flute upgrade for Ico. We would have done the jump rope, but an unfortunate thing with my controller on our first session was just there. What? You don't like lacrosse? Essentially what they are. It's just lacrosse rackets. Or, oh, I'm trying to remember the Aztec game. That it's pretty much lacrosse as well, but I don't mind the rackets. They're weird, but they're not completely out of character for Ico. They're a little bit out of character for Garnet. Oh, we were topped off already. How are we looking on potion? 79. If I get down below about 30, I may want to turn off auto potion. Still sad Vivi has too much on his mind to do his victory dance. But did he not do his victory dance? Now I'm going to have to go look. But it wouldn't surprise me if they did that. Not after the Black Mage Village? Oh. I actually never noticed that. Believe it or not. I'm learning about death. I mean, dude is existential dread, the character. What'd you find? Needs more weight. I do find it kind of sad that he doesn't realize that he looks different from them. And yes, if it moved this fast, you would get your ass yeeted off. Guess that glowing powder is stopping the wind somehow. You wouldn't need wind to get yeeted off. It's just inertia. You would be off. Koopo. Koopo. Koopo Popo. All right, thanks. Koopo Poo Poo. Since there's a lot of life beneath us, Moogles are fairies, so they sense life everywhere. But Mog says there's a whole lot there. Incoming! Medine is awesome Terra homing attack. Look, it's zombies. I swear, one thing that really makes these guys memorable to me is the fact that they look like their heads should fly after you kill them. Kind of like Felix the cat. I think, not Felix. Is it Felix? I think it's Felix. Oh, now I'm gaslighting myself. Is it Felix the cat? The yellow bag one. Yeah, it's Felix. Fishing up Mog's palms in Final Fantasy XIV to make Moogles cry. Oh, jeez. That's a thing in Final Fantasy. That is dark. That is extremely dark. It's a fish that looks like a Mog's palm. Okay. That's slightly less dark. My brain was going like, did they kill off a bunch of Moogles and stick their crap in the pond? It can only be found where Moogles live too. We dancing. So many strange monsters here in the Life Tree, and they're all dead. Cheshire Cat from... Do they call him the Cheshire Cat in Alice in Wonderland? He is a Cheshire Cat, but... Yeah, it's just like... I guess there has to be something that channels the mist, but the question is why? To create strife and pain. What's wrong, Vivi? You've been lost in thought for a while. I've been thinking about the mist. Do you remember the factory we saw in Dali? Mages. They look a lot like Vivi. Darn it. I didn't mean to. It's okay. I'm not upset anymore about being made and everything. Was he a maid, though? I don't remember. Factory had a lot of mist inside, right? Miss Kuja and the Black Mages. We got more enemies! Hi, Draco Zombie. He is the prototype for the others so he can live slightly longer, but got fished from an airship by Quan. I knew about Quan being like, is he edible? It's so deep. Gonna make a helpless little girl like me go all by herself? Mog said he sensed life down here. Do you sense anything? We don't even need a Mog to tell that there's life down there. Yeah, because it's dripping and there's vines. Yes, we are, Aiko. You're right, I can tell there. Yeah, okay. Looks like a giant harp. Okay, I am going to go ahead and use an ether on her. I don't think anyone else needs it. In fact, I think we're good on all fronts. Saved 20% getting rid of Aiko. I mean, close enough. There's probably an iguana around here somewhere. I see you hiding down there, Chess. Oh yeah, we need to talk to you. What could this be? It could be a plant, but it also looks like a machine. Well, it sure doesn't look like any normal tree. Got you. Also got... I like hiding shit in this. You could save 20% by getting rid of Aiko. You could get 25% more XP by getting rid of Aiko. Okay. That's... yeah. Ability up, finally, for him. Scavenger spotted. I saw the other chest, and I do like hiding stuff. I did remember there being one back behind there, though. Okie dokie. Let's go see what it says. Hey, it actually says equipment with the brigandine. Body temp. Do I grind garnet to the next level? I think I do, actually. Sparkling water, it's really pretty. Maybe the mist comes from that. Actually, let's go ahead and reload that. We'll talk to them on a trip down here. Oh, wait, we can watch it with them. I wasn't sure if that would advance it or not. No, it has to be romantic. I actually had to have a conversation about that with that kind of thing with somebody. They didn't understand why I said, no, you should be very clear that this is inappropriate if a younger person is acting like that towards you. You have to make it very clear. They are still a child. Otherwise, you know what you're doing? This thing called grooming. Don't groom. Get nasty. But we want to get her leveled up. Oh, that's... I meant to run in circles, not right immediately back down. Let's go there. We just need one level on her, so she's not level 5 deathable. Bonk. And there we go. We're good. Now it's back down. If we weren't close, I wouldn't have done it, but we really are just like one spot away, so it's like whatever. It's fine. I am almost out of coffee, which makes me sad. No one can get level 5 death. Yep. I think we're in the clear now. In fact, Vivi's the only one that get level 3'd anything. What time is it for me? About 8:30 in the morning. Roughly. I suppose I could look at my stream deck. 8:23:15. Which means you can probably tell what the stream delay is now. It's probably a few seconds if I had to take a wild guess. And my cords are fighting me right now. You go under, so that's not pressing on my arm. Thank you. 2:23 p.m. here, so you are European time. I would guess UK or possibly Germany. Although I do have one person from South Africa that watches off and on. UK? Let's see. I am going to go ahead. Oh yeah, we need to change our abilities. Equipping wise, this one says that I'm definitely taking ability up just like as auto equip, just for memory's sake. And we need body temp. Do I actually have body temp on you? Yes. You're the only one I don't have access to body temp on. Do I have an item that I can put on you that gives you it? I think I do. It's locomotion. You already got Phoenix there, so we could do body temp. Just making sure we don't have it on another piece of equipment. We do not. I mean, fairy earrings, we can get her regen. You're having a stoner day with your dog, Twitch, and Resident Evil 4 remake. Sounds like a good day. I currently live in the hell that is the United States. So one of those would get me arrested, especially considering I live in one of the more garbage states. That is constantly trying to take my rights away. Okay, so you can get body temp now. Let's go ahead and get it instead of clear-headed. Your husband was going to the US but canceled? Probably a smart decision. As much as I would like to see some people, I cannot recommend coming here right now. Okay. Now for the fight! Jump in, Zidane. Jump in. Here it comes! Yeah, it is. The U.S. is not a safe place to travel to right now. I don't even particularly feel it's a safe time to travel within the U.S., but other people will disagree with me. So it wasn't Kuja. I can hear a voice inside my head. You just said Kuja. Where is he? I do not know. Are you the one who makes the mist? It is not produced. Mist is a byproduct of the refining process. It is discharged through the roots. So it's sent to the other continents through the roots. But why? Why would you do that? I contaminate the other continents with mist to stimulate the fighting instinct. This in turn leads to war among the leaders of nations, and then to the fall of civilization. Kuja merely puts the byproduct to a different use. I cannot lie. Kuja used the waste product to make weapons. Weapons like yourself. Kuja called them black mages, dark spawn of the mist. He do love the drama. So the factory in Dali was really, defeat me and no more mist will flow. The spice must flow. And then no more weapons like this puppet here will be made. Answer me, puppet. Do you deny your very birth? This puppet's got a left hook. I won't let you make any more instruments of murder. You can knock off this rat now, right? Who knows? It might even lure a Kuja. It's a man. Go ahead and scroll down. It is weak versus fire and holy. I have seen the end of my 1,000-year life, and it is not now. You cannot stop me. It is futile to even try. Are you sure? My little dude. You just needed a soul cage in your life. Have a good nap, Daladon. Oh no, he's been disarmed. Okie dokie. So he's prone to sleep, which is good. Black magic. Nap, nap. Oh, we got the magician cloak, which is honestly probably just as important as the brigandine. Can I get another? Can I please get blind on you? Oh, we don't have access to that. We can't do silence on him because he's immune to it. We can get slow on him as well. But yeah, that and Brigadine are the two that I want. And we got Brigadine. We do not need to worry about the oak staff, but I will go for it. Okay, so we got blind on him as well. Can we get the last one? Yep, we got the oak staff. Time to duel. We don't have any holy damage, but we do have summons. kind of want to do Phoenix just so we can see it, because I don't plan on dying a lot. And he is weak versus fire. So you know what? Let's go ham. None of us are dead, so that's not going to do anything for us. But the fire started. And if we don't punch him, he won't wake up. Although now he is awake, so we might as well smack him. Hi, big guy. Oh no, fire blades! Whatever will we do? Miss. He's got almost 10,000 life. So we do have to do a decent number of hits to him. Nah. I don't think I want to full cheese him. Is he really actually prone to life? Yeah, he is undead. Okay. I want to do it with big explosive stuff because I'm a dork. Prefer to embarrass him the normal way. Yes, exactly. Most of the bosses in up until probably the mid game are pretty easy to just bash the hell down. Oh, she didn't even get to cure us. Oh, and we have an ad coming in. I forget if there's story out. I think there is. I think I will do a BRB screen here just so you guys don't miss the... you remember Gizlamook and Beatrix being a difficulty spike and then Terra? Yeah. So since there's story and we're currently in an ad, I'm going to do a BRB to refill my coffee. So be right back.
And we should be back. Okay, we got a Phoenix Pinion from him. Woo! Not that it's particularly important. We already have several of them. We have enough that we can bother equipping them. Ah, coffee is so good. I do need to cut down on it a little bit, but... It is a cool cutscene. I know there's no dialogue in it, but I feel compelled not to talk during them. I don't know why. You know, with no mist, it now stops raining in Burmecia? That wouldn't surprise me. I need to go double check that. But I did not know that just off the top of my head. Now let's see if Kuja shows up. Now that he has no more mist. Did I do the right thing? Did I just... It said the black mages are made from the mist, right? When I thought about how other black mages were being made for war, I didn't want that to happen no matter what, but now no more will exist. And in a year, there'll be none left. You should never lie to yourself. After all, your brothers wouldn't want you to do that. Do you really think so? Do you think they'll understand? Of course, they're your brothers. It'll be all right. What is it, Mog? Aiko, what's the matter? Why did you come all this way? No way. Okay, I'll be right back. Someone stole something precious. Oh no! Madain Sari isn't that far. He can wait. He can wait. Let's say it demanding if we really want to. Okay, how are we looking? Not great health-wise, but it's fine. Working on the fairy earrings. Got the sapphire done. Nothing left for him to get, so I'm gonna go with... Bleh? Magician shoes, I guess, for now. We might end up equipping those on somebody else. We do just like having magic up anyway. Don't think we need Magician's Cloak on anybody, do we? Nope. We really don't. A Magician's Robe is good on you. I'm going to go ahead and grab Survival Vest for her. She can learn an ability from it. Just Locomotion is fine. I think that's everything we get from here. And I'm just going to go ahead and do... I'm going to just do tents. We don't call you very often, Mogwo, but I'm going to use you now. I wish tents were a full heal. That is one thing that does irk me a little bit in this. They don't fully restore my mana. Makes me treat ethers whenever I'm not streaming, it makes me treat ethers like too good to use club until I get 99 of them. But that'll be good enough. Can I really wish the camera angle would go down? Kind of like that. That would be fine right there. The battle music in this is very nostalgic because I used to grind living hell out of this game. You always get ethers grinding on Grand Dragons. Can't say I ever did any grinding for ethers. Oh wait, that's a healing staff. I need to be attacking myself. Because we have healer on. I'm not using the Mercury mod. Nope. This is the PlayStation 1 version. It is ripped from my own discs and run through an emulator. That is why this is the 1.0 version as opposed to the greatest hits. For those of you that are like really curious about that stuff, I do have a greatest hits version. "99% of the emulation I do is legal. The exception is stuff that is not. Well, I can't even say the exception is stuff that is Japan exclusive. I actually have a copy of Bahamut Lagoon. I just have a fan translation mod. So, and it's not a rip from my original version of it. But I do own the game, and it does work. Believe it or not, I tested it. It's just, I can't fluently read Japanese. Speaking of which, if you like tactical RPGs, that is one of the early ones worth checking out. It's got a fond space in my heart because that was one of the first games that I emulated. I forget, is Maguri the one that is AI, generative AI, or is Maguri the one that is upscaling? And I just whack them with Garnet, which is going to heal them. There was one mod for the PC version of this that I looked at because I was considering actually doing PC emulation, not PC emulation, but PC version of it, but I opted not to because it used generative AI. Do I have Asuna yet on you? I do not. But yeah, generally I will avoid any generative AI stuff, just out of principle. The exception would be like frame gen from like FSR or something like that. Which, in my opinion, is one of the few ethical uses of generative AI. Machine learning, on the other hand, has quite a few uses. But generative AI is basically machine learning flipped inside out, is an okay way to think of it. It's not entirely accurate. It's not as precise as I would like it to be, but for like layman's terms, that is a good way to look at it. Machine learning is pattern recognition, essentially. Let's go with... And that's why it's good at detecting, say, looking at x-rays and being like, well, this smudge here actually looks like it could be, as per the patterns, something worth checking into. But generative AI is not intelligent. I actually posted something today on Blue Sky that was basically, if you wouldn't trust a parrot to do it, don't trust AI to do it. Because all it does is regurgitate based on pattern recognition.
Let's go ahead. It lacks the ability to innovate. But I won't rant about that too much today. I rant about it enough. Okay, what item do we get Suna from? Oh, wait. Suna comes from... We don't actually have a Suna yet. Do we? No, I think it's gonna be... I think it's gonna be down here if memory serves. Whoever grounds Garnet on disc 1 to get summons early. I thought about doing it for this, but streaming that would not be very interesting. But not... I can't say I haven't tried. I don't think I ever got to it. Unless I just got to like one of the weaker summons. But it would be fun to do. It's kind of in the same vein as the challenge for getting level 99 in the reactor in Final Fantasy VII. Just Mandragora fights over and over by Treno. Is that the like highest XP thing you can get before they get ripped from her? I'm home. I say, I'm home. Magoogles. A Google, a Magoogle. Moko told me the news. Are you all right? Come now, talk later, Kupo. Kupo. A line of palms. I don't remember if there's anything I think we might actually have to go into the side areas on here. We're going to be stealing something fairly soon. Okay. It is pretty chill. I have to say, if we want really iconic music, we're gonna want to hit up some of the Expedition 33 music. Minoko's song is great. It starts with literally bow wow. I think we already got it. The one in the fountain. I think we got that on our first visit. My precious stone that's been passed down in this village for generations is gone. My grandparents said... They said that we should take care of it because it's a symbol of the summoner's heritage. Aw. But we start looking for clues. Aw. Everyone's watching over the stone. I'm not doing the hiccup noise. I ate pizza today and I kind of regret it. You understand, right? The real villain is the thief who stole it. So let's just look for some clues and get that stone back. She's doing ugly crying, I'm guessing is what the hiccup is meant to reflect. She's 6 years old. She's not a grown-up. Yeah, thanks. What do you need when you... Oh. Hey, I was serious. Heard a scream. It sounded like Eco. Thief's still here. They went to the Eidolon wall. Let's go after we steal all of her stuff. I love that they just downscaled the chests Okay, so that's the items there. That's going to be survival vest and Phoenix down. We can double check. I don't think another one appears, but we can check it. Because I assume you mean the Stelazio that is normally like right here. We got that one. Unless I am mistaken. I don't think we need anything else for them. I'm going to take healer off of you. I don't think we necessarily need anything for the upcoming fight. Other than just the steel stuff. I am going to try and steal Poison Knuckles. Yeah, it is only a Zidane fight. I'm trying to think if he needs any status cards or anything. I don't think he does. But yeah, I do just want to take healer off of her just because I'm tired of it already. Man-eater. I think he counts as a man, does he not? Auto potion, yes. Ability up, yes. Mug for some damage whenever we grab stuff. Distract. Do we go for HP up? That would be an extra, what? 300? MP attack would boost our damage. But I'm on the fence as whether I actually want to do that. You know what? Why not? We don't need body temp. Mug is only 3, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would go for HP 20. You know what? I think we actually go with that. Because I'm not wanting to kill him. I'm wanting to steal from him first. Yeah, I want to steal from him first, so I'm not going to go for counter. I might start taking counter for trash enemies, though. Okay. I think he's the one that gives us an item, isn't he? This wing ornament on your back. It makes you so easy to pick up. Aww. Exploda and Elixir. We already have better than Exploda. Oopo. Won't be in any danger. No use. Mog has always been a coward. Yeah, well, we gotta do something. Let's go safer, I guess.
things.
Well, so there's my good Sir Knight. She was too rambunctious, so I put her to sleep with sleeping weed. Ah, then she's probably sleeping well. No can do. This is way too convenient to pass up. Hand over your pendant and I'll hand over the girl. Capiche? Happened to the pendant that you always have on? I have it. I'll cough it up already. Was it you who stole the village stone? Queen Brain is still after the royal pendant. I found another jewel just like it in this village. I'm glad I came all this way looking for it. Now hand it over. You, Black Mage. What? He pulls up his britches. Where does Black Mage end and his clothing begin? Out of curiosity. Are britches, his breeches part of Black Mage? Yo, can you stand? What's going on? You. I've seen him before. He's the one with the... Oh, he's the one with wanted posters all over Treno. Black Mage. All of it. Have a good one, Daladon. Have fun. Enjoy your TTRPG evening. I'm not here to help. I just want it to be fair. Leave the jewel and get out of here. I don't work with hostage-taking scumbags. Now get lost, or would you rather fight me? I just want to level the playing field. Monkey versus red-haired bastard that is totally not a party member. Totally not a party member will have, despite the fact that he looks very party member-like. And we can steal his own equipment for him. Well, we got the poison knuckles, which is pretty much the only thing we needed from him. We could get an ether from him, but... Well, you say he's the worst party member. That means I'm going to have to use him now. Just because I'm a bit contrarian. Are we even going to trance in all of this? I don't think we're going to trance in all of this. I don't think he has enough life to really, like, stand up to me. You know what? Let's go ahead and... I forget what that was. Physical damage based on luck. I don't think our luck is very high. I'm very tempted. I don't think we'll be able to get a status effect on him from this. I don't remember what status effect is on this particular blade. His abilities are okay, but at endgame. My guy, you have... we have good evasion. There he goes. He's doing a grand total of like 30 damage to us per turn. And that's only when he hits.
Preparation is 9/10 of embarrassing enemies. I'm just waiting for him to come back here so I don't miss. That's why I'm messing around with the other skills so I have B-roll of, like, the skill. For some reason, I remember this fight being harder when I was younger. I don't remember raging at it, but I remember being irritated at it. You remember it being harder. Indeed. I love this game. I do like that once you know what's coming in a lot of Final Fantasies, the difficulty curve just goes completely the opposite direction until like the very end boss. Except in Final Fantasy X, the very end boss is just completely a pushover. Finish me. Finish him. Yay, now finish me. Dude, I'm not that into you. I tried to kill you. Why are you letting me go? The fight's over and we're both still alive. Good enough, right? I lost to some spineless thief. The sly eagle doesn't kill on a whim. But you didn't use Auto Potion or Man-Eater as a kid? Yeah. I didn't either. I wasn't expecting the fight when I was a kid. I was expecting to have, like, full party and go nuclear when I was a kid. You're not going to leave me alone after what just happened, are you? Shall we? Shall we? If I remember correctly, I think we get him now, which means I need to decide on a character to cut out. Does she have any more things she needs to learn? I don't think she does. At least not out of the gear we currently have. We do not. Because I know that Aiko does. Vivi is our offensive support for like AoEs. So it's either Garnet or Vivi. At this stage. I'm pretty sure we cannot cut Zidane. Otherwise I would cut him. Funnily enough. Out of the 4 characters, but that means that we need to take off that. Downgrade you a little bit. We'll take you to like Silk Robe or something like that. Actually, no, we'll do Magician's Cloak. And then the rest of it, we have backups of everything else, right? Yes, we do. And Healing Rod is unique to her, so it doesn't... something we don't need to worry about. We can't cut Vivi. We do not give up on Vivi. You're pretty good. Thanks for rescuing her. Hey, Moko's coming around. Mr. Sulky Bastard over there.
Yes, we will rest. Dun, 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 dun. Mog's trying to apologize, but I guess she still can't find the right words. Aww. Poor Mog. Aw, she's been quiet the whole time. Zidane, let me ask you something. My grandfather told me not to leave the village until my 16th birthday. But I want to go with you guys. I really do. You think it's okay if I leave the village? No, you shouldn't. You should stay here. We don't need creepy little kid. They'll make things complicated. But yes, it's fine if you leave the village. Considering she's already left a few times. Doesn't matter what I say. You've already made up your mind. Don't you have something to say to her, Vivi? What? Remember what you taught me at the Lifa tree. You said I shouldn't ever lie to myself. I'll try to be more honest with my own feelings. You should too, Aiko. Aw, a little, like, awkward fiddling pose. Vivi, bestest boy. Don't you have something to say as a power move from Zidane? Indeed. I'll wear the jewel as an earring. It'll be okay then, right, Zidane? The village will forever be with you. Kupo. Kupo. I'm furious. You went off without me again. You promised me you wouldn't. What would you do if you went off and got into trouble? Aw. Always nice to Mog. I prefer the snarky Mog from 6, if I'm going to be honest. We're best friends, after all. We were born on the same day, and we have always been together. No, they actually modeled a freaking ribbon. It's too big for her now, but once we're both sophisticated ladies, we'll wear them together. Aw. You like that Mog is a hidden insane holy beast? And we're back to being all by ourselves. I mean, Moogles tend to opt out of a lot of stuff. They have a history of that. They're the nopenest critters out there. Like, we just wanted you to have faith in yourself. I mean, yeah, why not? We'll go pray at the Eidolon wall later, and then we'll eat. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. They were born on the same day, but Aiko came out first. Maybe that's why Aiko always has been the big sister. That dynamic in twins does exist. Where one is definitely, like, the older sibling, personality-wise. Thought we were supposed to have, like, an icon here. There it is. It's our song, right? No, it's her song. Not our song. She was singing that before she ever knew us. The talent to be a bandit. How about you and me team up? We'll call ourselves the Betrothed. My talent's up to snuff, but the name isn't. The sass. The snark. It's real. Nah, it's all because you made the effort to learn. With you, I wouldn't have made it to Lindblom, much less seen a whole new continent. Everything I tried to do on my own was a total failure. Couldn't even stop my own mother. At times, I almost lost hope. Helped me so much, not just you either. Vivi and Aiko helped out at the Life Tree. Quinoa was really helpful when we left the continent and for eating at the all-you-can-eat bar and putting them out of business and ruining that family's life by putting them thousands of dollars in debt trying to feed whatever the hell quinoa is. Wait, that's a whole different discussion. Freya, Steiner, and even Beatrix, who I thought was our enemy. I haven't forgotten. I want to believe everyone is all right, but sometimes I just can't. That's not how you get on a boat! Unless you want the boat to tip over! Especially one that small. I hope I can live up to the hopes of everyone who has helped me. Although it does have barrels on the side. Maybe those are flotation devices? Kind of like a... I'm trying to remember the name of the type of boat. Pontoon boat, I think is what it's called. No, pontoon is something else, isn't it? Maybe? I don't know my boat terms. Judge me all you want. They didn't do it all for you either. Each was following their own path. Well, what about you? Huh? Why did you come with me? 'Cause I am a horny little fucker. Pardon my French, but that is like half of his backstory and his personality. Ibsen. Ibsen is a character from a play, but he's a real-life adventurer. I think the play is based on his adventures. And it goes like this. Ibsen and his good friend Colin worked at the tavern in Treno. Just a second. One day, Ibsen got a letter, and the letter was so wet from rain that most of the writing was illegible. The only part that he could read was, "Come back home." Nowadays, we have airships and stuff, but back then, it was really hard to travel. He didn't know why he had to go back, but he got some time off, gathered his things, and set out on his journey home. He walked 1,000 leagues through the mist. Sometimes he was attacked by vicious monsters, but he made it, because his friend Colin was by his side. Then, after much time on the road, he asked Colin something. "Why did you come with me?" And what was Colin's answer? "Only because I wanted to go with you." Garnet? Can't you hear the song? What? Yeah, it's that song. Who's singing it? Sunset makes the Eidolon wall look like it's on fire. I've seen this somewhere before. Her real mother.
being beheld. Garnet, wake up! No! Thank you for the hydrate. I'm actually halfway through my water bottle as well. Well, why did you pass out in the boat? I have no memory of my early childhood. I never really thought about it. Besides, nobody ever told me. I was raised in Alexandria, but only from the age of 6 or so. Until then, until I turned 6, I must have been here in Medansari. Excuse me. I still can't remember everything. Some things are like they're shrouded in fog. I do remember one thing. About 10 years ago, an unbelievably huge hurricane hit this village. That's as far as I remember. That day, I was with my true mother on a little boat far from the village. There's a cove behind Aiko's house, right? The boat I was on was just like the one there. It all came back to me when I heard that song on the boat. The song is from Medansari, so that's why nobody else knows it? Possibly. Possibly. Forgot D&D was half past? Ah. We do the same thing. You actually start half an hour early just to get the shits and giggles out. Excuse me. So Garland nuking the summoner village before they get too powerful. How come you got to be a princess? How come you don't have a summoner's horn? Don't know, but maybe Dr. Tot can tell me. But the lady who protected me from the storm as the boat lurched about the waves. My biological mother who died on that boat. The tale of two mothers. I used to pray every day here at the Eidolon Wall. You pray here too, Aiko. Let us pray together! You guys could be sisters, sort of. Red 13 up there in the top right. Seto. Tokaiba. No, sorry. Entirely different thing. One second, I'm gonna cough, like, seriously real quick. One moment. There we go. Intentional cough to try and keep the scratch from the back of my throat. What? Just realized I'm not alone anymore. I'll be breaking my promise to my grandpa, but I want to go. Besides, grandpa always told me to be honest with myself. So did Vivi. But I want to finish what I came here for. Also, don't tell your players, but today's session is sponsored by Phantasmal Forces or Revelations. Mine is Willing Trauma. That's always the sponsor. I have a hard time doing like Saturday morning cartoon style DMing. I generally fall into either the kind of trope oriented or torment oriented kind of dark scenery, unfortunately. And I do think a lot of people have ruined the concept of, oh, this is a dark session of TTRPGs. No, or grown up or gritty or anything like that. There's a lot of people that use those terms for not what they mean. I mean them as it is still a safe place to roleplay. It is not going to be just nonsensical violence and edgelord shit. No, the dark means it deals with heavy subjects and may, if depending on the group, may contain like body horror and stuff like that. Things like actually going with mind flayer functions rather than weird stuff. Why the long face? My face is always like this. I wonder if in the shadow he actually has expressions besides his eyes. Now don't forget, you'll always have a home at Madain Sari. Don't let our memory become a burden. You must always be lighthearted and free. Thoughts of the Eidolon Wall will always lift your heart. The victor lives, the defeated die. You know the rules. Your actions yesterday were incomprehensible to me. Tell me, why didn't you kill me? Are you really that unhappy that I let you live? I'd rather die as a warrior than live as a beggar. Then come with me. Yay! Follow me and maybe you'll understand. We both have very large hands. We can comprehend this. You say something? Very well. I'll find out what makes you so strong. Proper equipment and skill decisions. That's what makes me strong. The Flaming Amaranth. I was very tempted to change his name to Mo just for that line. For anybody that was curious. The more the merrier. Let's decide our marching order. Yay, Garnet. To you. I'm gonna regret that, because I need to get her caught up on levels anyway, but at the same time, we need to get skills on everybody else. This is why I prefer games that don't have a character limit. Which is very few. Very few don't have a character limit. Time for a walk, so see you later. Have a good one, Tara. Thanks for hanging out. Hopefully the rest of your day goes well. We'll still be streaming probably for at least another hour. You want to see King Moogle Mog whenever these Moogles is on, and you'll skip out for a good this time. Okay, have a good one as well, Daladon. May your D&D game tonight go well. May your players be appropriately traumatized. Do we go with that first or last? I think we go with that last and just get these out of the way early. Do we have a good way to get ability up on him? Yes. I did not remember him being able to get Flea Gill. One of them is the Warforged friend, so likely. Ah, okay. The traveling companion of the evil campaign. But I'm not evil. I'm just... I take delight in the suffering of other divine beings. Well, of course you're gonna get ability up. Return magic. Returns magic used by enemy. You know what? We'll take it. Take another alert source, I guess. I always feel compelled to use up as many ability points as I have, but at the same time, just one of those things. How are we looking on card space? Not terrible. What are these? Apparently we have 2 Gargants. Do I plan on actually playing the card game? Not until I have to. Okay, at this point, equipping him to learn abilities because how far behind he is. If you equip garbage on him, he's going to be destroyed in battle. Yeah, we don't care about him being destroyed in battle. We don't need him to be carrying us. We can carry with the other 3. Let's go ahead and just double check the rest of this stuff. Make sure there's nothing we're going to be forgetting. Gameplay for Brigadine, which maintains a nice equipment order, but seriously, game, yada yada. Once everything's ready, yeah. Morrison still has his shop. We could actually do things there. Okay, so it's back to the Lifa tree for us. Yay! We'll get a few battles and get him a little bit of stuff. I might grind him a little bit here today, just to get it out of the way, because I will not remember between sessions to grind him. And I'm really surprised we didn't get an encounter in there. Usually we get 1. We do have an ad coming in, so we'll grind until the end of the ad. Does that sound good for everybody? And we'll grind in here so we can get more questions, just in case. Should be fine. Should be fine, right? Right. It's probably not going to be fine. Oh, we got back attack. Sweet. Yeah, he's not going to do near as much damage right now simply because he's not as geared. Are you done yet, you bastard? Jesus. Oh, we forgot to buy potions. Oops. Thankfully, her healing reminded me of that. We'll walk back and grab some first. Yay, she learned to regen. Now she can learn something else. Yeah, getting her and him caught up, I think, is one of the things that got me kind of stuck a little bit back in the day. Because I've always had this kind of like weird urge to get everything unlocked before moving forward. Oh, she still has something to learn from that. Do we bother worrying about level up yet, though? No, we'll come back to it. She's learned everything from those. She's learned everything from those. Survival vest, she's still getting locomotion. Yeah, all of it is accessories for her now. And he's fully caught up on everything, so are you. Brigadine's the only thing you have left. And you have every fucking thing. Let's go get ourselves some potions. I think if they do a remaster, they should give them some starting skills. whenever they join after Disc 1. Up until Disc 2, for the most part, the characters that join you, it's not that bad. But whenever it's Disc 2 and beyond, I do think they should have had them. Base set of skills from some of the low-level equipment would be appropriate. Admittedly, that is one of the reasons why I saved a lot of this equipment, was because I knew I was going to have to learn skills from it. Which is a ton of fun. I kind of like these guys' facial expressions. They look like evil lizards to me. Which, I mean, I guess is appropriate. They are evil lizards. And la poke. Ow. Oh, and I just realized we don't react to being countered with a potion. It's only from direct attacks and spells. I had forgotten that. For some reason, I was thinking it would work even on counters. But it did not. That's one reason why we do keep falling behind a little bit on our healing. I should probably be doing my pedaling today. The going for a walk with the dog thing reminded me of that. I haven't done it today, oddly enough, despite being up for a little bit. Enough time to get my coffee going. Hey, Amanda Panda, how's it going? You doing all right today? Yeah, we were going for these. We're going to go ahead and go up to 99 on them. But hopefully you are doing well today. We're up to the point where we're trying to get Amaranth caught up on skills. I was going to just grind him a little bit until the ads are over, but the ads are already over. We still need to grind him a little bit to get him at least to his first weapon upgrade. So he's not hitting for, like, as much as Vivi in the front row would. Do I need anything else here? I don't think so. Good, ready to start the day? Ah. Starting the day at a normal person's hour. Whereas, lately I've been starting the day at like 4 a.m. for some reason. Although, the past week or so I've been getting up at like 10 p.m. and just staying up. My sleep schedule is screwed right now. But I think I might have gotten it back on to something normal recently. And I am going to go get my heals real quick. Rest. Without using a tent. And that rest, if I remember correctly, is just a straight full heal.
as opposed to a lot of the other things we end up dealing with. I don't think there's anything else on the Eidolon wall. You're up every few hours with your 3-month-old? Ah, yeah. Newborns don't know what this thing called a sleep schedule is. They barely know what existing is at that point. It's kind of a weird, like, thought experiment. Try and imagine how alarming the world is from not even just a baby, even a toddler's perspective. There's so many things that you would have no gauge of, you'd have no experience of. Even as like a kid, you have experience like, oh, I skinned my knee, this is a normal amount of pain, versus I skinned my knee and oh, it's bending backwards, this is a not normal amount of pain kind of situation. But as a baby, everything is the most that you have ever encountered in your entire existence. Which, ever since I heard that thought process, it made me less bothered by kids crying all the time. It was kind of like, okay, I can understand this. This makes mental sense to me. Because whenever it's the most, that is not something that your body and brain is used to. We're just gonna all be berserked by the end, even though we're all just already attacking. I need to move the pedals over to the side, as I am accidentally kicking the footrest that I fiddle with usually. Love watching him discover new things. He loves tree leaves. And from what I don't have any kids personally, but what I've learned from friends' kids is there's kind of two types of kids whenever it comes to discovering the world. There are those that will just like, they are just exploring and looking at things. Then there are those you have to watch 24 hours a day because they will stick any damn thing in their mouth. If memory serves, I was one of the latter. I would sit under the table and eat things off the ground. I'm like, ugh. I wouldn't be able to do that nowadays. But goodness. Let's go with new equipment on you, because I think you learned your minus. No, you learned headgear. Okay. So next one is going to be bandana. And I think we're going to just farm until we get Cat's Claws done. And then we'll move on. But yeah, it is very odd to think about all the things that are first encounters for kids, and also the things that they'll never encounter. My niece and nephew, you put them on a tablet or something like that, they'll zip around on it and do all kinds of stuff. But at a computer, they're very unsure of themselves outside of typing. Which is very strange to me, because typing was a normal thing even before I was a kid. Like, we had typing classes. They mainly know how to type because my sister was really important on it, but she's not the most technologically adept. So she knows the importance of like typing and stuff like that, but she's generally a bit less aware of useful things to know about technology beyond just it is a tool for writing. Which is fine. Different people have different lives. But I do think that my niece and nephew should get more exposure to things like programming, computers in general, and be less phobic of games. She's kind of come around to it a little bit, but especially since they're exposed to games through their friends. But I am a firm believer that it is never a bad idea teaching children to, like, as once they get into like preteen, teaching them how to do coding and stuff like that is not a bad idea. Like actually learning how to do it, not chat GPTing that shit. Because that's basically knowing how everything works. It's kind of like how I wish when I was younger I would have gotten more exposure to like mechanical stuff for cars. I was not exposed to that. I was even made fun of it to an extent as a teenager, but I wish I knew more about cars. And yeah, I know how to look stuff up on it, but if you don't have that early exposure and stuff, you generally there's a difficulty in finding where to start. Whereas I'm talking like way out of the age range that you're talking, but it's just odd stuff. I generally try to relate stuff. This is the neurodivergent in me coming out. I generally try to relate stuff to my own life experiences, which is not always the best thing to do, I guess. Because that sometimes gets perceived as making it about me. It's just me trying to relate. There, I'm going to scratch my back there. Okay. How many more do we have to get to actually level that up? There's 16. So we're halfway there. We need a few more fights. So we're just going to go through this. Oh, I think we got another questionnaire. That comes to ragtime. That's one reason why I'm actually fighting in the spot in here. Question number 4. The theater ship Prima Vista was built in Artania shipyards. That one's going to be a false. $2,000 gil. Yay! Wow, you're awesome! But yeah, most of my exposure to programming, by the way, was using freaking BASIC. I don't know how many people in watching this know BASIC, but we made screensavers and games about it in class because a lot of us basically learned more about BASIC than we were supposed to because we were just interested in it in high school. So we ended up out-learning the teacher who was just, I forget what she originally taught, but she basically became the computer programming teacher because they didn't want to hire somebody new for it. You know how to use Ubuntu Linux. I, funnily enough, have not ever actually used Ubuntu proper. I have used Unix to code back in university when I learned C++ and C. Slightly different.
Nowadays, if I see Perl, I can sort of figure out what it's doing. I didn't ever learn PHP because that kind of like landed in the gap for me. It started becoming popular after I left university, and yeah. So I didn't get a lot of experience with it. But Perl, and I've had to learn C# to work on my bot for the channel. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. Obviously, I could always just go and learn Python. That would allow me to do a lot more, like make an actual custom bot rather than using something like StreamerBot. But it's whatever. It's one of those weird things where I could write the pseudocode for a lot of the stuff I use, but then I'd have to go in and actually learn how to implement it in a given language, which is the hard part. Why you know Python? Just never actually got a chance to dive into it. I have some Python books, but it's just something I haven't used. I haven't had time to learn it in depth or anything. You always wish you had taken coding classes back in the day. I wish I would have taken more. Whenever I left university, I was a double major in computer science with a focus in software engineering and business entrepreneurial marketing. Yeah, that's a mouthful, but that's what I was at whenever I left university. I would technically have had a minor in studio art with a focus on illustration, but I am not that great at art, in my opinion. I'm fine. I can make it look kind of like what I'm intending it to look like, but I am by no means good enough to sell my work, I don't think, these days. I've put stuff up in galleries before, but that's an entirely different beast from taking regular commissions, especially nowadays that PayPal invoices are more of a common thing rather than just like, you know, here's the product, pay me and you can have the physical version kind of commissions, which is what I used to do. It's a whole new world. I'm old. How's it going, by the way, Flair? But no, a good way to actually get into coding, by the way, is, yes, taking classes, great way, and they'll give you projects to work on. Another good way to do it is figure out something you want to make, some kind of tool, and then choose a language and make it something that does that in that language. Obviously, picking the language can be a little fiddly because some languages just can't do certain things, but there's usually, you can usually ask something like, what language should I do this kind of tool in, on any of the major just question and answer sites, and people will give you an idea. Let's see. That or make a weird claim on Reddit and everybody will come up and correct you. Although it's not as that's not as reliable as it used to be, since generative AI has gotten kind of weird. They'll have a bunch of people dump out generative AI responses that don't make any sense. Got some good news yesterday. You're finally fully cleared. Yay! I mean, no more doctor appointments for now. Don't forget your maintenance appointments. I say that, and maintenance appointments are expensive. I can't afford them right now. Especially with the way the things in the States are going at the moment. We really need a single-payer system in the US. Of course, I've been saying that since the freaking late 90s.
But that's just me. I've also been a firm believer that I'm trying to think of a term for it, but I don't think it should be a pay cap. I think it should be a pay limit incentive for companies. That way it's shareholder tied rather than a lot of other stuff. Because currently we're sitting at one of the worst kind of pay disparities in history. So healthcare here is just ungodly expensive. It's honestly, and I know this is gonna seem kind of calloused, if it wasn't for the cost of healthcare in the United States, I would be significantly less frequently considering emigration or looking for emigration paths. If it wasn't for the cost. Yes, there's a lot of shitty stuff in the US and it is still not safe to here. Even if we got freaking single payer tomorrow, it would be still a shitty thing going on here in the US. But it's one of those things where that is absolutely one of my linchpin reasons why I'm like, if I get the opportunity to legitimately emigrate in a reasonable fashion, I will take it. If someone wants to hire me to make game reviews for their website in the freaking UK or Canada or do writing for them there and it gets me a work visa, I'll 100% take it. Even if the pay is just enough to live on. It's one of those things that it is a linchpin thing for me. It would cross my mind staying here for my family, even though we butt heads quite a bit. But you had a whole baby and had to go back to the hospital after and you paid nothing. And yet I know people who go into pretty much essentially lifelong debt for having a kid. Just hospital parking costs. That's not bad. We got chakra. 2 of the nurses you had almost every visit were pregnant. When you first started going, you couldn't tell, and you swore they were going to have those babies before you got cleared. One did, though. Well, that doesn't surprise me. Whenever it's like major things, it can definitely take a while to get through stuff. Let's go for... trying to see which ones seem the most interesting. We definitely need Insomniac, but we're getting that right away from Bandana. I think we want to go for antibody and add status for now. And we want to get you on Undead Killer. I don't think we need ability up on you right now, or Mug. Yeah, here in the States, it's definitely a thing. I try to remain optimistic about it as best as I can. think we want that. I'm trying to think. The last major hospital visit I had, thankfully, was workman's comp. Just trying to think about what it was. Because that one was when my foot got crushed. Underneath a freaking 3,500 pound walk behind forklift. I thought we had alert on Zidane. Did we not have alert on Zidane? I thought we had alert on Zidane. Maybe I shouldn't have taken it off of Amarant. Not that it's particularly... Oh, he's doing return magic. That's just it being like, hey, this is a new skill we haven't learned. Oh yeah, it swaps our rows, so we're going to do a lot less damage. And Vivi and her are going to take a lot more. Did my foot heal okay? Depends on your definition of okay. The place that I got care at was not exactly the best. But as far as the foot goes, yes, it still functions as a foot. And it still looks like a foot. It's just discolored slightly. I have, as far as the oddities on that foot, I have a permanent, like, thick white mark where the wheel spun out on top of my foot. This is probably too much details for some people, but getting it off of my foot, it spun out, shredded the top of my shoe and the top of my foot. So I was able to, like, hold water on top of my foot afterwards because it was just a cup shape. But it went off. None of the bones in my actual foot returned broken on the x-ray they did, but they were not smart. I told them my foot got crushed by a machine, and they took an x-ray of my foot. Turns out they took it from the side, first of all, which would reveal nothing. They should have taken it from the front. My ankle was not touched by this. And they also, instead of giving me a foot brace, gave me an ankle brace that did absolutely nothing for my foot. And they missed the fact that one of my toes was broken. So I have not that they could have done anything about it. It was a toe, and it was over a decade ago. But the x-ray was not a decade after. It was the night of. But the toe now has a permanent bend in it because the break was right behind the joint. And whenever they did the follow-up for it, same hospital, same shitty hospital, don't get me wrong. Whenever they were testing for nerve damage, they only tested the bottom of the foot. I told them the nerves are dead on top, not the bottom. I can still feel on the bottom. But I have probably the left side of the top of my foot starting about, I would say, halfway between my ankle and the start of my actual, like, wiggly parts of my toes. On the left-hand side has permanent nerve damage. I can't feel anything on top of my toes, but I can feel the bottoms. Oh yeah, the US health results are worse than a lot of major economies in the world for a reason, even though we pay more. And workman's comp just covered the cost of the hospital stuff. They didn't pay me any money afterwards. Even though it is a permanent injury. But pretty much I cannot feel the top of the last 3 toes. The broken toe I actually still have full nerve sensation in. I have to keep an eye on those other toes, but pretty much from the nail bed along those toes, there is an odd, like, pressure sense I have on them. On the toes, like, if I bend it backwards, I get a sensation further up the foot. which is kind of an odd thing that I don't know the cause of. I haven't talked to a doctor to figure out the actual cause of that, and I'd wager they just say, oh, it's just weird shit. But it's kind of like a weird, like if I bend the toe backward, I have a bruise feeling further up on my foot. And every now and then, it's gotten less frequent as I've gotten older. First couple of years, it was like almost every day. Nowadays, it's like once every 6 months. I'll have along like where the edge of it going dead and where I can just feel normally, the nerves will sometimes, I don't know if they just bump against each other or if they're trying to like, I don't think they can heal. You'll get like a little bit of like a burn sensation along the edge of it. It's strange. Human body after severe injury, strange. It's just a weird discussion. This is probably more information than anybody ever wanted to know about my foot, but such is life. They didn't have to chop off my foot. I'm good with this. That's where we sit. I didn't have to lose a foot. I only have 2. I need at least 1. Yeah, let's just keep attacking. I forgot to swap my gear because I was talking about that and distracted myself. Oops. We'll be fine. But yeah, the healing process of it, I pretty much had to do most of the care myself. Thankfully, I know basic first aid, and also I know how to research stuff properly, you know, as opposed to these people who are like, I saw a YouTube video. No, it's not how you research stuff. YouTube videos can set you in a direction, but you need to look at actual research papers and stuff like that. Medical journals, educational material, not just random dude on YouTube. But that's actually how I learned about the artificial scabs. And I used those myself to treat my foot. They cost something, back then it was like 15, 20 bucks for 7. And you leave them on for days at a time until they fully saturate. It was weird stuff. I don't even know if they still sell them. But they basically, the way I had to do it was I would attach it to the top of my toes and across most of the top of my foot and wrap it around the side. And what it did is it would sit on top of the wound, and slowly over the time that you wear it, it just kind of slowly puffs up. And then once it reaches a certain point, you get in the shower and rinse the shit out of it. Like, let it soak for a good 30 minutes straight, and then carefully remove it. Otherwise, it hurts like beans. I learned that the hard way the first time. I did not have to relearn that lesson. Yeah, they were expensive. They also tried to get me on some painkillers for it. Something worth noting. Painkillers don't work well for me. I'll take ibuprofen to kind of like edge some of, like, if I get a headache or different kinds of pains, I will take ibuprofen to kind of take the edge off of it. But even like Novocaine injections don't completely kill my sensation. Learned that because of teeth. But yeah. And that, and the fact that they had to sew my face shut when I was a kid, and I felt every single bit of that. So, the kid thing is, I got bit in the face by a dog. They had to sew up my temple and my eyelid. Any further down and I would have lost my eye. Neither of these are like direct impacts of I have a face for radio, but I could play it as that, I guess. What? Sewed up freak. No, you can't even see the scars anymore. Can't see the scar from me cracking my jaw on pavement as a kid. Although, if you look for it, there is a bald spot in my beard kind of hidden from it. And it is still like a weird texture there. We were going to equip abilities, weren't we? Yes. Which is... Where is it? Alert, where are you hiding there? That return magic is expensive. Trying to think what other kind of weird medical stories I have. The reason I've ridden in a helicopter is because as a baby I was a preemie and I just stopped breathing randomly. That one I don't remember. But I do like saying I've been in a helicopter but not a plane. Just because it's fun to say. One of these days I will have to get onto a plane to escape this place. Oh, we got trance. God. Solution 9 deals physical damage to all enemies. You know what? Let's try Solution 9. I can use a recovery item for this. I don't usually get to see these, but it's going to take a second to load because it's got to load it from a hard drive that's external. I think that's enough damage. Jesus. Monkey. He's gone Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan what? Saying goodbye to you. Ha 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 ha. Oh, you're still learning that. You butts. Actually, we might... No, we'll keep Ritual Hat. I think we're ready to... Oh, she's almost got Carbuncle, which would let her move off of this. Guardian Mog. I think is probably the next one we work on for after we get Carbuncle. Really am surprised we haven't encountered more of the questionnaire guy. That's one reason I was running around in the woods for that part anyway. Oh, you boogered. Of course you vanished before I can do that. You know what? Get bioed. Yeah. If you ever need just random stories, I got a lot. It just kind of happens over time. And I don't have near as many as other people my age. So, at least I don't think I do. People will get tired of hearing the same stories over and over again. That's one thing that I find very strange. As someone who streams and creates content, just as a heads up, if you ever see these videos or these weird internet claims where people are like, yeah, he just keeps talking about the same thing over and over again. It's been like 5 minutes since he mentioned it. This is true like anytime like drama pieces hit about any creator, and once you reach a certain size, it's just automatically going to happen. But because once you hit a certain size, there will just be haters. But as far as the complaint that they repeat it all the time, that just comes with the territory of being on stage essentially hours a day. The topics will come up again. The topics tend to repeat themselves rather regularly. You fear repeating yourself? I used to. And then I started streaming. I was like, okay, this is less of an issue. Where are we learning antibody from? That. Ad status is coming from that as well. I guess we go straight into Mithril. Some people are late to the party. Exactly. If you're ever super tired of a story, that is fine. Try not to repeat it very frequently, but I think we do go into the AI discussion at least once a week, it feels like. So, it's just one of those things, like certain topics will just keep coming up. Things like where people have worked before are common ones. How I got these scars is a common one. Sometimes, depending on what type of streamer you are, relationships and stuff like that can be a common discussion. Usually that's leaning more towards like hot tub streamers and stuff like that. I am not a hot tub streamer. I like hot tubs. I find them comfortable. They're kind of loud whenever they're running, though. Pizza can be a daily topic. That is not one that is ever overspoken. I love the idea of more pizza topping ideas possible. Although that said, I hadn't had pizza in a while, and I had pizza yesterday. I have leftovers, and I've been eating them today as well. I kind of regret it. I'd been eating healthy for a while, and now I ate it, and it's just like sitting super heavy on me. I might need to just make homemade pizzas, because those don't sit heavy on me. They're also way less cholesterol. But homemade pizzas, I can generally cook all the ingredients, but I don't always feel like that. Speaking of which, my homemade Greek pizza is pretty good. It's just like my Greek tacos, but on a pizza crust. Sometimes I don't even put sauce on them. It's just the beef, the cheese, feta, garlic. Ooh. Buffalo chicken pizza at home is really good too. Yeah, that just uses gill. We're doing okay on potions still. I'm wondering why I'm hearing noises. It's not in game. You guys probably can't hear it. Okay, I don't think it's anything. I think he was just migrating. Dog noises in the hallway usually means one of two things. I was waiting for another noise to indicate it was the other thing. But no, he probably just got chased off by the other dog. How are we looking on mana? We're fine on mana. So I think we do just go in and deal with this. Done everything we can. I'm trying to think if there's any topics that I find kind of annoying to talk about frequently. None are coming to mind immediately. I do get a little irritated at like backseating to an extent because I am a stubborn person. I try not to be oppositional, but if someone is demanding that I play a game a certain way, I will feel overtly compelled to not play it that way. And yes, I can tell when people are being facetious about it. Like, oh, don't press start. Yeah, funny, haha. But whenever people like, why didn't you do this? You should have done this. It's like, I mean, it's fine. I'm not playing optimal here. I do not claim to be the best there ever was. I am not a guru. I am a gamer. And I am a reviewer. There's still a little bit of mist, but at least there's no more coming out. That means Kuja isn't here yet. We beat the beast that breathes it. So much for the mist continent. He flew from the ruins of Burmecia riding a silver dragon. It's Kuja, all right, and he's riding that dragon. Trying to figure out where his mist supply went. Oh, how I've longed for this day. The day I might finally cast away this mask to reveal my true self. Now it no longer matters if the life a tree is liberated. It means nothing to me. The tree is so beautiful. Its beauty becomes the great mother tree that lives among the stars. Silver Dragon, let us watch the drama unfold from the trunk of life, Lifa. No one shall interrupt us there. Who do I want to take with me to fight Kuja? I think we want this group. Misted slugs are undead, like Save intent at Mochi, letter for specific. We'll get Aquamarine. Okay. So he has all the stuff equipped for getting his skills. We are going to swap you off onto Medane's. I actually don't know what Guardian Mog does. I think that gives you a chance to, Mog protects with unseen forces. It's Pocket Mog. Trying to think what food discussions are always welcome. Past trauma and injury discussions are just every now and then. AI garbage discussions, try to limit that to about once a week, for at least considering the amount of time that I stream. You know what? I'm gonna pinwheel them just so we can actually see it work. And we are going to summon... Nah, we're going to actually just do Akira. Nafira. And that still deals decent damage. And here comes the Fira, and then we'll just attack. Yeah, I do like food discussion. I do need to probably work on other topics to be discussing, like, during downtimes and stuff like that. Because I do find myself just directly narrating the game, which is fine. It's something a lot of other streamers do. And I do need to work on developing a streamer bot specifically for a side project. Now that Twitch. I mean, YouTube to an extent, I could do this as like a side stream. But as far as Twitch goes, has actually set things up where I can now set things up for it. And it's its own channel because they have made it accessible for new streamers, which is absolutely amazing. Oh, this guy's going to get an attack off, isn't he? It's soft. Because now Twitch has removed the affiliate requirement. And I do have a feeling that we will eventually see it where all streams will have ads on them, whether you agree to do the stuff or not. Just a heads up. So expect more ads on the platform. That means less ad revenue for creators that are already here, but more streams that are monetized for the platform, resulting in more money for the platform. Because that means a lot less streams that are just going out to 2 or 3 people that are not earning Twitch any money. Unfortunately, they're generally going to be losing it money, which is an unfortunate thing, but it's just due to the sheer amount of people streaming that don't have ads on them. So it's, I forget what % of streamers never hit the affiliate requirements. So if they can get them to put ads on it, it gives the platform more longevity. I understand the decision. Do I think it's great? And I'm on the fence. It does give the opportunity for us to do incremental game on Twitch. We're going to go for you. We already got ad status from that. We have Insomniac already. That's fairy earrings for you. I'm more concerned about getting him the gear available, like the skill access, than I am about getting optimal gear. Past the trunk if we go any further. Time to start climbing. How are we going to get up there? Can't we climb there? It's just a tree. You can climb it. I mean, you could just cast float. He who hesitates is lost. You'd best remember that. My way or the highway. Whatever, like you actually have a plan. Don't forget, you're the one that lost. That's right, Amaranth. You owe me one, remember? It's payback time. There's some gargant grass around here, so a gargant can't be far. I want you to catch one for me. Then we can all get on and ride it to the top. I'll just carry you piggyback. Can you imagine trying to climb something like this with the full weight of an almost grown person on your back? 16-year-olds would not be light, and that's how old Garnet is. Not fully grown because I forget. I know guys generally are done growing by 25. But usually earlier than that. But a teenager would still have had most of their growth. So that's a full-grown adult on your back. The weak lose their freedom to the strong. Such is the way of the strong. And it is the providence of nature that only the strong survive. I could say strong about 97 more times. That is why I need strength. I learned powers that would daunt even him over 10 years ago. Oh, such a long time.
Now my forces are ready to strike. Oh, the suspense is terrible. So they've come this far, have they? Perfect. I'll warm up on them until the elephant lady shows up. Oh, yes. I forget if that's the voice I use from. It's his voice now! Now we're even. Show me what you guys can do. There's Kuja.
It's a Kuja.
Doop. Organized party. This is fine. Menu. I think we're fine. Yeah, we're fine. Kuja, maker of black mages. Enemy of Zidane is an enemy of mine.
Let us go! Onward to victory! Yes.
You're Kuja, correct? My name is... What? My name is who? Slim Shady. Princess Garnet to Alexandros. I wish to ask you something. Was it really you who persuaded my mother to start the war? The war that threw the entire Mist Continent into chaos? And you made everyone the black mages into instruments of war. Oh dear, the princess is such a bloodthirsty little puppet. I don't have the power to do such a thing. I just gave them a little recipe. Begin with broth of mist, add fermented souls, and boil. Boil, toil, and trouble. Then pour genuine black mage into a mixing bowl and heat to... Oh, no sense of humor? I'm not done telling you how to make soulless toys out of the dregs of souls. Dregs of souls? You mean mist? First you don't want to listen, now you start asking questions. Oh, brother. But you're not ready yet. Don't you feel anything taking the lives of so many? Oh, spare me the lecture. Lives come and go all the time. What's the big deal? Speaking of warmongers, why, what about that mother of yours, princess? She said she won't feel alive until she has everything. It breaks my heart to see such greed. The war was my fault? No. Your mother wanted it. All I did was give her a little push. Liar, my mother was sweet and kind. You changed her. Yeah, whatever. So the curtain rises. Perfect, my canary. Let me show you the truth about your mother. First act, the end of the ugly desire. It's showtime. Look, it's a fleet. I still don't know why I feel compelled to be quiet for the cutscenes. They don't have any dialogue. Now let's see if I can remember her voice.
Kuja, so you finally decided to show your girly face here. You're all that stands between me and total domination. But I haven't forgotten all you've done for me. In return, I will show you the ultimate power. Attention all hands. Order the black mages to focus all their magic energies into a single spell. Lady, lay suppressing fire upon Kuja until the black casting is finished. Fire at will.
I can speak English. Orders from Her Majesty. Black mages, focus all your magical energy into a single spell. Oh, that is not the voice that would be. Order. I cannot do femme voices. I'm sorry. I have not practiced them enough.
tried in the past. I can't. Not without a lot more practice, at least. Can't believe it. Your mother isn't satisfied with just one continent. Her ugliness and stupidity are truly impressive. Ah, everything is proceeding as I have foreseen. What are you talking about? You're just the opening number. Time for the real show. The mist may be created no more, but it still lurks in caves and forests, right? I can make monsters with magic. Come forth and spawn of the mist. Oh no, whatever will we do? Have a battle. I don't know if these guys actually have anything worth grabbing. I can check them. I don't think they do. These are Mistodons. Just ore and high potions. They are not fucking worth it. Okay. Black magic, feeder on both of them. Although I could just cast life whenever we get to Ico. Thankfully, they don't seem to be doing a ton of damage. They're just undead bugs. If memory serves, that would have put me to sleep without Insomniac. All of us except for Amaranth just dropping healing after that. Use up all your potions in every battle! At least we don't have to heal all that often. Into dark. Another Paradol? That's improving our summons. So you two of your enemies are duking it out. Why not just leave them and finish off the winner? My money's on Kuja. Oh, foolish Brawn. Your prize cannons are useless against the spawn of the mist. Ah, but even a fool like you knows that there's only one path you can take, right? Stupid elephant lady, why do you hesitate? Very well, I'll make the first move. I'll give you a clean target you can't miss. Silver Dragon, descend. Oh, yes. Amaranth's right. Let's split before we get dragged in. No, I can't. I can't let anything happen to my mother. Darn it. I have to save her. She's got all my Eidolons. I need them back. She's extracted Eidolons from you and started a war. Still don't want her to... But she didn't care one bit whether you lived or died. You don't have to call her mother anymore. I mean, you had another mother who died to keep you alive, and this one's trying to kill you to get power. There is a difference there. Just a bit. Aiko, you said that there was an Eidolon imprisoned near here, right? Please, tell me where. A long way down, you see the place with lots of roots. That's it. Now we get to fight more slugs. Mist slugs. Tasty. Don't want to waste a ton of our mana, so we're just going to have her do life. Oh, no, I button mashed through it. Okay, we're just gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. Punch him in the face. How'd you win the fight? Fisticuffs, thank you very much. Bonk. I do find it interesting the default target for life is yourself. Okay, so she has left our party. This is turning into quite the show. Anyone can get emotional at a time like this. Give her a break. Let's go. Garnet's in danger all by herself. She's going to revive an Eidolon. And I do see the Moogle wing there. Okay. I don't understand what Skin is saying. The mist is gone. Is this a blessing or a curse? I don't understand. Can we all be happy now that the mist is gone? Okay, so you want mail. I am going to go ahead and tent up. Why not? Middle of a war, drop a tent. We can still hear cannon fire. That would be kind of disconcerting to just see someone pitching a tent at the side of a battlefield like, I need a nap first. You guys do whatever you're gonna do. Definitely save. Reason I'm saving is because if I remember correctly, this is where disc 3 starts. We definitely want a hard save. I don't think there's anything else from you. No. And yes, we could theoretically farm these guys. I'm not going to bother with that. Oh, I forgot to change my equipment. We learned some stuff, so it's like, oh, oops. Oopsie. Toasty. Now let's not button mash through that. Kill one with violence and one with kindness. Sound fine to everybody? Oh no, we'll use up 4 more potions. Well, 3 more. We don't have it on Amaranth yet. We probably will eventually. Just not right this minute. That just lets us top off our health anyway. Especially with the weaker AoEs. Time to take the permanent sleep, you undead little bastards. Ooh, a sand golem card. I don't think have we gotten that one before? I think we might have. No, we hadn't. Okay, that's fine. Okay, item. No, we want equip. There we go. So you've learned everything but counter. We're getting that on that. So we don't really care about getting other stuff there. You've learned bug killer. There's no swap out for that. Yeah, you don't actually need to swap your things. Go ahead and grab High Tide, I guess, is the next thing for you. Yep. You have nothing new to learn. We're going to take that off for a survival vest. I don't remember if you can actually... No, you can't equip Brigadiers. I don't know who all can get return magic. It might be a Amaranth exclusive. She got all that. She's got all that. She's got all those, and she's definitely got all of her weapons. So yeah, she's almost caught up now. Amaranth is the only one that's like behind on stuff. We're just going down to see Garnet. It's fine. Do we get attacked again on this? I think we do, yeah. I was about to say, I'm pretty sure we do. But yeah, you can run back up to the top and run back down to fight him multiple times. It's kind of derpy, but it's fine. I do think we are just going to attack it to death instead of using up our MP. Save our MP for emergencies. And yes, I am trying to build up my ore stock eventually. Just to have it around. Because I think there is a reason we'd want 99 ore. 99 ore, but a diamond's only 1. Okay, so we have Guardian Mog done. That means we go for Pearl Rouge next, I believe. Unless there's something else in here that is higher priority that I can think of. We're getting level up from this. Auto Reflect is the only thing else that we'd be missing. So might as well go with this. We're getting to the root of the problem. It's fine. I sense the Eidolon's power. Now I can save my mother. Please help me. Leviathan. Obey me. Oh, wait, that's not Leviathan. Is it? It's Aquamarine. Can't save my mother with this Eidolon. I sense it's a great Eidolon, but yeah, it is Leviathan. An Eidolon who wipes out its enemies with a huge tidal wave. I'm sorry, Garnet. My mother's still in danger. Cutscenes. Isn't Her Majesty ready yet? All remaining ammunition was spent on that last wave of monsters. The next wave will chew us up unless we pull it out now. Not our decision. Get back to your post, soldier. Ooh. Getting the sass. Why is that one glowing? The Black Mages have completed their preparations. Now I can finish him off. Come! Draconic Seedling, Bahamut, King of Dragons. Bahamut? I don't actually ever remember how to pronounce that, because I am the dumbs. Oh my, it's a dragon! Whatever will a dragon do? Oh no! Silver Dragon versus King of Dragons? You missed! Oh no. You bloodied my face, you bitch. Oh my. I've heard the stories, but I never thought summoning could be so powerful. If Zidane is after their power, I'd better watch out. Now we can win, and Mother won't have to die. Aiko, don't you think what's wrong? Mog, she's terrified. How come? Why are you afraid? Don't you know that's the last Eidolon, Bahamut the King of Dragon. He'll win for sure. Nope, not for sure. Someone's going to steal him. Blood? Excellent, Bahamut. Power, mobility, you truly are the best. You even hurt me a little. No one makes me bleed my own blood. And you, Braun, your tragic role in this drama now comes to an end. I'm sure you'll enjoy the second act from your soul's hellish prison, since the stage will be your former home. The final act will take place. I can speak. The final act will take us away from Gaia, and I will kill my nemesis with my own hand. Everything is going according to plan. I see you. Isn't that Zone Eater? Or am I? No. That's not Zone Eater. I think that might be... I'm trying to remember what it is. Can't remember the name of that summon. Well, Bahamut's going on a rampage. Bye, Braun. May you have a lovely day. I don't know why Bahamut attacked the one who summoned him, but we found Queen Braun on the beach next to her escape pod. She could hardly move, and I thought she'd come to a stop any second. I hate Cujo a lot, but I hate Braun a lot too. So much that I wanted this to happen to her. I should be happy, but once I saw Garnet start to cry, I didn't know how I should feel. Kinda wanted to cry too. I can hear my daughter's voice. Yes, Mother, I'm here. Right here. I am empty now. Free of that terrible greed. Mother, I haven't felt this way since I saw that play with you and your father. I led Alexandria down the path of ruin. The people will be happier with you on the throne. Yet she still blinks. Just as an aside. We went back to Alexandria on Queen Braun's escape pod. We also brought Garnet's mother with us. This way, princess. I actually forget what voice I had for Tot. Steiner, Beatrix. How horrible that her life had to end this way. I still can't believe all that has happened. It was my fault. No, it was my fault. I'm gonna take the blame for it. I must now carry the burden of ruling Alexandria alone. Will both of you please help me during this time of need? Princess, here is a wreath of roses, your mother's favorite. The townspeople sent it as an offering for the queen's grave. True, Queen Braun had been acting quite erratic before her death, but the people are still very fond of her, as you can see. Donut. Thank you for the follow. Ah, mother. I shall become a great queen. Will you become a great queen, or will you become yet another warrior in a Final Fantasy game? I love the cutscenes in this. They are so good for PlayStation 1. Yes, we want to save our game, because this is going to be the start of Disc 3. We're going to use it on this one. And then we do, I think it's F1. Disk control. Eject the disk, put it on 3, insert the disk. Because yes, I am emulating this. I have said it before in this very stream. It saves on like wearing down my hardware more. Those connectors do not last forever, and neither do the disk drives. Hell, even Switch has problems with its cartridge port going out. I have not gotten a Switch 2. I don't know how crappy that is, but considering that the cartridges in that are basically just CD keys. Princess, we have arrived at the castle. Oh, she won't be a princess anymore. She'll be a queen. I'll have to call you Queen Garnet. Just make preparations for the crowning of our new queen. And yes, they will help her, without a doubt. Please watch your step. As she falls in the water. Dr. Tot. I know how hard this must be, but I will be by your side. Please take the throne with full confidence. What happened to my horn? Dr. Tot, what happened to my horn? Did you use it to grow your nose? He has a distinguished profile. 3 more days until the crowning of a new queen. What a day! Oh, I forget. We were talking with this voice with him before. The crowning of a new queen. What a day! We ain't seen each other in ages. Why, the sourpuss partner? What happened? Maybe that Garnet chick dumped him. Bingo! This ain't at all like you, Zidane. Hey, Ruby! I heard you started a mini theater. That's right, darling. My plays are a hit. Knowing what's gonna happen kind of makes this a little bittersweet. You ain't coming, are you? That's all right, darling. Come on over whenever you want. Let's go, boys. It's fine. This way, everybody. If I'm going with Southern Belle, she'd say everybody. She does not say everyone. That's more debutante. Huh? Hey, Vivi! Hello. Haven't seen you since you left the castle. How are you? What have you been doing since we left the cave, Vivi? Let me see. Oh, yeah, it's been crazy since you guys escaped. Rusty, that rat chick, Freya, and what's her face? That girl general of Alexandria, Beatrix. Yeah, the three of them got totally worked. Marcus and I had to carry them out on our backs. We got to get going before Ruby gets mad again. Yeah, she does tend to get a little bit of steam. I said thank you for the follow. But we are Vivi again. I think we could try. I think I'm going to go ahead and actually save and call it there. We actually do have a quick save right there. Because we are at the 4-hour mark. That is standard stream length. I am tempted to go further just to make up for some of the short days, but I actually have stuff I need to get done today. So keep gaming, have fun, peace out. This has been Alzorath, and I will see you guys next time. I'm just going to let you go off in the wild. And now, this time, I won't forget to actually stop the stream so we can actually keep it public. But I will see you guys next time.